Tomorrow, right behind me, they will crown King Charles III. His coronation will take place and the royal family is getting ready, but, oh, there's plenty of drama coming in hot from California. Harry has touched down now in the UK.
This idea that there's going to be a cozy tete-a-tete and family reunion, well, you can forget that. The brothers are not on speaking terms. My understanding is there have been conversations between Charles and Harry. I am told by sources very close to the Prince of Wales that he simply cannot forgive Harry for what he's done.
Harry's expected to immediately fly back to celebrate Archie's 4th birthday. Katie Nichol, author of The New Royals, says it may have been a smart move for Meghan to have stayed behind.
I think it was probably the right decision because I think had she come, they may have been booed in the streets and that would have been terrible.
What would Diana have thought of the way things are between Charles and Harry now?
I think she would have been unhappy with and she would have tried to fix. And I'm quite sure she could have fixed this one.
Princess Diana's former private secretary, Patrick Jepson, who was portrayed in The Crown, told me Meghan not being here is a missed opportunity.
The country has lost a lot through losing Harry and Meghan, but they have lost a lot too. The things they could have accomplished as fully paid up members of the royal family around the world, there's no limit to it.
Will they ever patch things up?
The Windsors are famous for bearing a grudge over a long time. I mean, at the end, it's a family. It's not good for families to be ruptured in this way, but there's an awful lot of compromise to be done.
But does the British public hold a grudge with Camilla? Author Andrew Morton and Patrick say yes.
She was one of the most reviled women in Britain because she was deemed to have broken up the marriage of Charles and Diana.
She's not queen in the sense that Queen Elizabeth was queen. She's queen consort, even though the king wants us to call her the queen.
The final rehearsal and Prince Andrew was missing.
I would be surprised if he wasn't at the coronation. I don't think we're going to see him up on the balcony. I don't think you're going to see him have a prominent role in the same way that the Duke of Sussex won't either. I mean, I think the palace have found a clever way to sidestep the issue of the problematic members of the royal family by really putting the spotlight on the King, Queen and the Waleses and then the working members of the royal family.
You know, there was this expectation that a lot of people weren't going to show up for the coronation, but the night before, and look at how deep the crowds and the tents are. And remember this, rain is expected.
Congratulations, good luck for tomorrow.
Today, King Charles, William, and Kate surprised well-wishers after a luncheon, and we couldn't help but notice Kate may have given a subtle nod to Meghan, wearing the same $600 black heels that are a favorite of the Duchess. No doubt all eyes will be on the royal fashion and all the kids, but let's break down the big event by the numbers. Approximately 300 million are expected to watch on TV. 2,200 people will be in attendance for the 2-hour ceremony. The bill expected to be $126 million, all paid by taxpayers, but the palace does contribute an undisclosed amount too.
It's not too bad.
UK pubs expect to pour 62 million pints. That's about $151 million in beer sales.
I was thrilled and honored but completely terrified.
Composer Patrick Doyle, who's done movies like Harry Potter and Brave, wrote the Coronation March in just 2 months for the 40-piece symphony orchestra.
They said it can be less than 4 minutes, but not 1 second over. So the piece comes in at 3 minutes, 55 seconds with reverberation.
Today, I was with Roderick Williams, who also composed music and will be singing during the ceremony.
What was the call like when they tell you they want you to be a part of the coronation?
What they asked of me was very specific. The King's favourite hymn tune is Slain, Be Thou My Vision. Yes. So he'd asked for something that was kind of like a fantasy variation on that.
What will this moment mean for you? Knowing that people around the world are watching, but also to be a man of color, being a part of the coronation.
When you look at the coronations going back through history, it is a single colour. So
yes.
I think it's wonderful that it's so important to the King to be able to represent all nations. I hope I have the focus to stay in the present and enjoy it in real time.
No, that's not Prince Harry and Meghan Markle out and about in the UK. It's their lookalikes who were discovered by curator Alison Jackson.
It's taken me 2 years to find Meghan. So I've seen 200 Meghans and none of them look like Meghan.
Alison has many royal lookalikes on her roster. Check out this over-the-top catfight between Meghan and Kate Middleton. These shots of Prince William reading, then tearing up his brother's book, and a full-on royal brawl. But the H&M doppelgangers in London for Coronation weekend are getting nothing but love.
People have been quite nice. I get a lot of smiles. Luckily, I've managed to get away with no hard language.
Surprisingly, everybody seems to be quite supportive here in the UK, I found.
It's taken us about half an hour just to move 100 yards because everybody has wanted a selfie.